Hi everyone, it's Kylie. I know that I've been MIA for like 7 months, but I have a chronic pain condition called interstitial cystitis, which is very painful. It's in the bladder and it's just bad. So that's why I haven't been around. I've been having a very bad flare up from it, but today I'm coming back. I wanted to um, talk about some of my scariest paranormal experiences. Um, I touched briefly on my last video that I lived in a haunted house as I was very, very young. And we moved out of that house when I was 12 and into a different house. And that house turned out to be even more haunted, if not more. um, I I just had surgery. I was like 12 at this time. I had just had surgery and I couldn't get up into my bed because I had like this huge loft bed that you need a ladder to get up into. So I was sleeping in my mom's room. My mom was sleeping downstairs in the living room on the couch. So I'm in her room and all of a sudden this man appears. And he, the only way that I can describe him is if you have watched the movie I Know What You Did Last Summer, the killer in that, how he's wearing the the rain boots and the parka and raincoat, whatever you call it. This is what this man was wearing, and he had long scraggly red hair and like yellow teeth, and uh you could never really see his face because he always had like this hood or hat down over his face, and he would just stand in the corner of like the rooms, and he did this for a long time. I would see him in the corners and like it would freak me out, but I'm like, okay, he just stays in the corners, he's not gonna like come near me. And I was wrong. He came up to me, he took his hat off, and I could see his sharp teeth and sharp yellow teeth, and he had bright yellow eyes. And I know this sounds far-fetched, I know, but I swear this is what happened. And I started freaking out, but I was like frozen with fear. And he like went over to my mom's closet, opened it up, and I saw like this kid hanging in the closet, and I could hear him telling me that that was his son and that he killed him. And I freaked out. I ran downstairs, and remember, I had just had surgery. So, I mean, I was moving slowly, but I was making my way downstairs. I did not want to be in that room by myself anymore. And then, like, the next day, I was in my room, or next week, I'm sorry. I was in my room, and I was on the phone with my boyfriend at the time, and he appeared in the corner again. And I was like, oh my God, Robbie's here. And he told me that his name was Robbie, by the way. I touched last video that I'm a medium, so yeah, he told me that his name was Robbie. Sorry, I have something in my mouth. And so he was standing in the corner, and I'm on the phone, and I'm like, oh, Robbie's here. And my boyfriend at the time was like, who's Robbie? And next thing I know, I'm waking up flat on my bed, like on my back, and I'm waking up to like the sound of my boyfriend like pushing the buttons on the phone, and I wake up with this terrible headache. I'm like, what the hell happened? And he's like, I don't know, you just stopped talking, I heard a loud bang. And so I just started pressing buttons to like get your attention. And I turn around and I look, and there's a hole on my wall where my head was like bashed into it. And the only thing that I can think of is that like Robbie did that, because I don't remember doing that. It was very, very scary, very creepy. I did figure out a way to like banish him to my basement, And that's where he remained until the day that we moved. But he was very scary, and he like would push people down the stairs and throw things at them, and it wasn't a good thing. And if we went down in the basement, like everybody got freaked out. And so that's with that one. Another time was I was playing with the Ouija board, which I do not ever recommend. But I was young and stupid and played with the Ouija board. And I was over at my friend's house, and she had told me that her basement was haunted. So that's where we played with the Ouija board. And it was not good. We contacted somebody. I don't remember what his name was. I know there was a man, and he was like saying some bad stuff to us. I don't remember exactly what he was saying, but it was something along the lines that he was like going to kill us and everything. And of course we freaked out. We closed up the board, put it away. And that night we were asleep. It was me, my friend, and her half sister and her stepsister. And I'm laying there sleeping, and all of a sudden I hear like this loud bang. So I wake up. I'm sorry, my allergies are driving me nuts. I woke up and I looked at the door, and the door was like going like this, like not completely closed and open, but like it was like somebody had thrown the door open, and it was like kind of just like swaying with like the weight of it or something. And I hear somebody walking up to me, but I didn't see anybody. And all of a sudden I feel this hot breath on my ear, and I hear this man saying, "If you call your friend's name, I will kill all of you." So I'm laying there and I'm like freaked out, and then this man just walks out, the door slams, and I'm laying there hysterically crying, like screaming my friend's name, and she's not hearing me. She's out cold. And that's very strange because she is a very light sleeper. So she was out cold. Her half sister heard me crying and saying her name, and she woke her up. And I crawled up into bed with my friend. I was like, I'm not going back to sleep. And actually I wanted to go home right then and there, but it was like 3:00 in the morning. And she was like, if you leave, my parents are gonna get mad at me because like it's so early and they won't know why you left, and it's gonna be this whole big thing, so you have to stay. I only stayed until the sun came up, and then I was out of there. I never went back to her house again because it was too freaking scary. Another time, I was working at a movie theater, and the people that worked there, like my supervisors and stuff, found out that I'm a medium, and they were like, "Oh, you need to come check the projection room because everybody says that it's haunted." And of course I was like, all right, yeah, fine. So I go up in the projection room with my supervisor, and I'm trying to read the space, and I'm getting that they're like, the building used to be a bowling alley, and I was getting that there was like this little girl up there and her father and a dog. And I saw this little girl being attacked by the dog, and then the father like killed the dog because the dog killed the daughter, and then the man like drove off the cliff or something. And I'm standing there, I'm reading the space and telling my supervisor, you know, what I'm getting. And we're both standing in the center of the projection room. Like on both sides of us, there were no, I'm sorry. On the one side there was projectors, and then the other side there was like desks and filing cabinets and that type of thing. And we're standing right in the center in between both sides. And both of us turn around. We hear like a man screaming but like it's like he's at the end of the hallway and it's just coming like right towards us. And we turned around and looked as I like throw my camera. Sorry. And I know that I don't edit my stuff because I don't know how to. Alright, sorry about that. So we're standing there, we hear this man's voice screaming, we turn around and look, and it looks like a head is like coming at us. We screamed and like ran to the other side of the projector room, and we still like see this head coming towards us. Now we're like pinned between like the wall, emergency exit behind us, and this face coming at us. And it stopped like right in front of us. The head disappeared, the screaming stopped, and then we both hear behind us. Now, this was right in the corner, right between the wall, right between the door. We hear the screaming behind us. Of course, we freaked and like ran to the exit, like on the other side of the projector room. But it was so scary. I've never seen a floating head before. And, sorry, I need to fix this again. I have this all sitting up on like a box. Alright, I'm just gonna hold it. So sorry about all of this. Yeah, so that was really freaky. I've never seen a floating head before, so it was just, that was kind of scary. And then I guess the last really scary one was we were getting ready to like move out of that house, and I was upstairs in bed. Actually, I'm gonna tell two more. I'm sorry. I was up in bed and I'm trying to relax with my dog, and I hear like this weird like growl sound, and I know it's not from my dog because he's laying on the other side of my bed, and I hear this growl noise by my door, and I just kind of lay there. I mute my TV. I look at my door. I didn't see anything at that moment, but I could feel that there was something there and it was not good. And so I'm kind of like getting ready to like call for my mom to come up and my husband, and I felt this thing like crawl on top of me. And I know that it kind of sounds like sleep paralysis, but I was not asleep. Like, I hadn't fallen asleep yet. I was just laying there watching TV. And this thing crawls on top of me. And it feels like they have, like, it's straddling me. And it's, like, holding my hands down, like, over my head like this. And it's just, like, it's breathing on me. I could just feel, like, the evil in it. And finally, like, I felt like it, like, disappeared. Well, not really disappeared, but, like, it was off of me. And I started screaming. My mom and my husband ran upstairs. And they're like, what the hell happened? And my mom just sat there, like, praying with me for, kind of felt like hours. Finally, we felt like it was gone, but my mom definitely felt it too. My husband felt it. Like, I don't know what it was. I truly believe that it was a demon. I don't know if it was, though. I couldn't really see it. But I sure as hell felt it. And then, now the last one that I'm going to tell you. Again, still in that house. And I had fallen asleep. And I would sleep with, you know, a black face mask on, and I would have the TV on, but after an amount of time, you know, it would go to like a screensaver type of thing, and I'm sleeping, and usually when my husband would come upstairs for bed, he would practically jump on the bed even if I was asleep. He would jump on the bed and he would ask me for the remote. So I heard my door close like really loud, and I felt him jump up on the bed. And I took off my mask and I saw him. I physically saw him. He had his glasses on, you know, it was my husband. And he jumped up in bed and he's just sitting there staring at me. And I was like, oh, okay, hi, babe, you know, and I put my mask back on. And then I realized he hadn't asked me for the remote yet. So I was like, oh, why didn't you ask me for the remote? And I turned over, grabbed the remote, rolled back over, and he was gone. And it was freaky because I was just like, where the hell did he go? So I ran downstairs and he's still sitting there on the computer. And I'm like, were you just upstairs? And he was like, I hadn't come upstairs yet. Well then I just saw your doppelganger because, yeah, you were up there. You were in bed. You just disappeared. So, yeah, that was like really freaky, and I'm glad that it never happened again. But, at that time there were 9 of us living in the house. It was my parents, me and my husband, both of my sisters, and their families. And so, like, over a span of a couple of years before we left the house, you know, my brother-in-law, my sister, both saw me in different parts of the house where I wasn't. And I remember seeing my mom once. It was just freaky. So, yeah. So I guess that's going to be it for today. And again, I'm sorry that I haven't been around. Illness sucks. And I'm gonna try and make more of an effort to do videos and, you know. So, if you have any requests for videos, put it down in the comments. You know, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. I know that this was kind of annoying with no edits and whatnot, so thank you for bearing with me, and I will try and have a better setup next time. So I really appreciate you watching this video. I can't speak. Thank you for watching this video, and leave comments. Only kind comments, okay? No rude comments, because I can't handle that. But yeah, leave a comment, subscribe, hit the bell, do all the things that you normally do, and hopefully I'll see you again soon. Thanks. Bye.